I have 4 questions in 4 different areas. One is in Sonny Mae. So Sonny Mae is the state of New York mortgage agency, which plays an essential role in providing insurance for New York City affordable housing, as well as it reduced the overall risk in real estate sector. Given that we are going into an era that is expanding in housing, why are we reducing funding for Sonny Mae? When I look at the proposed budget, I see an overall reduction of $14.8 million. Can you please explain?
I don't believe that may be a financing question that we'll get back to you. One thing that is happening is that we are taking $22 million from the J.P. Morgan Chase settlements and giving it to Sonny Mae to help find vacant, distressed, foreclosed properties and help new homeowners buy them, fix them up so that we can strengthen the communities. We are also looking at ways that we can lower our already low interest rates even more to assist people like first-time home buyers, veterans, people with other disabilities to become homeowners themselves and to make that affordable to them. I don't believe that we are dialing back Sonny Mae. I'll take a look at the finances and answer your question, 60. But we'll have to take a look at that. But we are more committed to Sonny Mae more than ever.
And we recently had a marketing fair in your community in 2014, Welcome Home Brooklyn, kind of taking our programs to the local community. We held it at the old Nazareth High School. So awesome. We looked to partner with you in order to get the word out because we want it to be utilized and think it's a great opportunity to provide a path to first-time home buyers.
Thank you. Going to the neighborhood preservation funds, I first want to applaud you for increasing a proposed increase to allow more organizations to help potential first-time home buyers. My question is, with this increase, how do we ensure that those are going to the building of these houses and that there are prevailing wages for these workers who are building these homes and that they are not being taken advantage of? And how do we also ensure that these funds are not going to the pockets of the executives of some of these organizations? And we had some concerns about that in the past. And so where's the transparency when it comes to that and accountability?
We're quite confident in the way that we administer these funds. We take a very careful look at how neighborhood preservation and rural preservation funds are used. We look at how those companies operate, and when we see problems, we step in and we help them fix them, or we move the money to other groups that will do the job. And so I'm very confident in the MPP and RPP programs that we're seeing good work by good groups that is reaching the people. In construction, we follow all the rules in terms of when we need to use prevailing wage. We make sure that people are paid good wages, and we're more diligent about that than ever, seeing as what we've seen with our partners in the city and other things.
Thank you. Regarding the house trust fund, the housing trust fund, to my understanding, it's not a real housing trust fund. I think some of the funds are allocated to some rental property. I would like to see a dedicated funding stream, whether it's from the housing trust fund, whether it's from MIF, giving that mortgage insurance fund. It's very relevant. I would like to see some type of a dedicated revenue stream for home ownership, affordability home ownership. Is that possible? Is there a way that we can really, truly build a real housing trust fund that's dedicated and maybe, again, use some of the bank settlements as a kickstart to finance that revenue stream?
I think that we hear your concerns. We utilize it very well in order to find those missions. In regard to the funding stream, I think that that would be kind of on the legislature to kind of come up with. We have made sure that all of the resources that we have are interchangeable so that we can make sure that we're successful. But certainly if you came up with a way in order to provide greater services to New York, that's the business that we're in.
Okay, so we can partner together, write legislation around that to have a dedicated funding stream for the Housing Trust Fund. Okay, well, I look forward to that. And my last question is on a topic that everybody pretty much touched on, which is the Tenant Protection Unit. And I concur and agree with my chairman of the Housing Committee, Assemblyman Keith Wright, on that we just need to do a lot more with the TPU. My question is, how many auditors or how many people do we have who are taking these cases, and how many cases per person? Is there a way that we can increase the dedicated number of people to do these audits? And additionally, with the IAIs and the MCIs that Assemblyman Kavanaugh was talking about, to my understanding, it's a 95%. I'm sorry?
You have to get to the question.
Okay. To my understanding, it's 95%. Is that true? In terms of 95% approval with the IAIs?
I don't know about the 95%, but I will say this, that the success that's been obtained by the TPU under the leadership of Deputy Commissioner Richard White, the total staff is 25, and they've been doing tremendous. And as you've heard in regard to the impact that they've had. So it's been a tremendous effort through the leadership over in TPU.
Thank you.